You are watching CCTV. Christ Campus Television was an initiative begun by the 2012 batch of journalism students. CCTV brings you weekly telecast of news from all around the campus. Moot Court, a highly competitive forum for aspiring lawyers to hone their litigation skills, began on the 12th of September and ended on the 15th of September. Our reporter Rochelle joins us with more information. Over to you, Rochelle.
The 4th National Moot Court was held by the School of Law, Christ University from the 12th to the 15th of September 2013. The annual Moot Court was coordinated and organized by the 4th year students of law. So we are joined by Vijay and Nandita, who are part of the organizing committee of the Moot Court. So tell me, what is the Moot Court and what is the significance of the Moot Court?
A moot court is a simulation of how court proceedings go on, whether it's in the High Court or in the Supreme Court. So here we have teams for whom a problem is already set. The problem this year is set by this person by name Mr. Shamnath Bashir. He's one of India's best known jurists and he's one of the most sought after law professors in this country. And what happens is that a problem which is already prepared is given to the teams to prepare. So we give them 1 month time. So everybody has the same set of problems, but what and how the difference is made is that how the teams which are given the problem argue it out in the court where we have judges. These judges are again partners from various law firms we invite, like reputed law firms, and based on that there's a preliminary round, quarterfinals, semis, and then a final and the finals. All right. So significance of moot court is that, as far as at least what we heard yesterday by the chief guest, Mr. Ravi Verma Kumar, is that, he said that it develops a lot of argumentative skills. In the past, there hasn't been much of law, there hasn't been much of, importance given to moot court competitions. But now, because of moot court competitions, people develop that skill of arguments, and it helps them overall in how they research, how they write papers in future in law school, and things like that. It's very helpful for them. And with respect to Christ University, this is our 4th moot court competition we are holding. And never in Christ we've had 45 teams participating. Usually we have like 20 or 17 teams, but first time we have 45 teams coming from all over the country. And yeah, it's a good thing for us happening here right now.
And it's important for us because it develops overall skills of argumentative skills and reading, and also how you go about your written submissions, how you argue before a judge, everything, and it's like an all-round development.
Yeah, for the first time for the finals that's happening this Sunday, we're having a 5-judge bench. We've never had a 5-judge bench, and we're having sitting High Court judges who are coming in. That is B.V. Nagaratna. B.V. Nagaratna is the justice in the Karnataka High Court. We're having Mr. Hulivadi Ramesh, Mr. Ramchandra Menon from Kerala, and also we're having Mr. Adish Agarwal, who's a senior counsel and an international jurist, and also Mr. Caleb Gabriel, who's a senior partner at KNS Partners Delhi.
Moot court is a simulation of actual court proceedings based on a pre-planned and relevant case or law, which has caused ripples through the international justice system. This year's topic was constitutional law and intellectual property rights based on Novartis case for the patenting of life-saving drugs. Moot court has various qualifying levels preceded by judges and advocates from various law firms as well as advocates of the High Court and Supreme Courts. There were participants from 45 different colleges, and the valedictory ceremony was graced by the presence of a justice in the Karnataka High Court, B.V. Raghunath Rath, Ramchandra Menon, Caleb Gabriel, and Adish Agarwal from the international jurisdiction. So we are joined by Mr. Parameshwar, an advocate at the Supreme Court of India. So I'd just like to ask you, how relevant is the moot court in terms of a lawyer's future?
See, it definitely gives some preparatory training to them to face judges. But I do feel that moot courts are overhyped in campuses. One good thing about moot courts is they get exposed to laws which are not necessarily taught in classrooms. They acquire certain skills which are definitely required for litigation.
So we are joined by Ashwini Kumar, sir. Sir is an advocate at the High Court of Andhra Pradesh in Hyderabad. So what do you feel about moot court?
Oh, it's an excellent opportunity for law students to learn extensively, majorly, in all respects, because it's an exercise which goes beyond the classroom, and it's only this discipline of law which can boast of such kind of an activity and an exposure which no other discipline can boast of.
Your take on the Telangana issue?
probably the country should now focus on how can they develop it in all respects than rewriting the boundary lines on the lines of religion, race, caste, sex, which are prohibited terminology under Article 14 and 15. It's unfortunate that even till date, even 60 years after the independence, the country still believes on rewriting the lines in the territory of India. If they feel that smaller states is a way out towards development, then they have already failed 10 years back with the creation of 3 new states, where for example in Jharkhand in 10 to 15 years of their rule, not one government fulfilled 5 years of their term, and they had not less than 12 chief ministers. Now this shows how it failed and led to the multi-party system, which has further depreciated the democratic values in a country like India. If blackmail, threaten, riot, a vocal voice on the aggressive side are such ingredients to call for a new identity, then probably you'll have many more new countries in this state of India, Union of India, leave alone new states in India.
Strong arguments, hard-hitting statements, some interesting issues addressed, and some intense action. This sums up Moot Court 2013. With camera person Siddharth Danji, this is Rochelle D'Souza for CCTV.
Thank you, Rochelle. Prayas was organized by the Department of Commerce on the 17th and 18th of September. The theme of this year's Prayas was Battle for the Throne. Kamakshi joins us for more information. Over to you, Kamakshi.
Summers span decades, winters can last a lifetime, and the battle for the throne has begun. This is Prayas 2013, a national level fest organized by the Department of Commerce. This year, Prayas attracted the attention of all Christites with their unique theme, Emperors and Thrones. Prayas 2013 had about 20 colleges participating from all over India, including St. Xavier's Calcutta, Lady Shri Ram Delhi, St. Aloysius Mangalore, and Loyola Chennai. The inauguration was followed by an interesting speech by the country head of Google India, Mr. Sunil Rao. He talked about economic growth and web usage trends.
Users. And by 2015, we'll be overtaking US in terms of number of internet users in the country. We'll be having close to 300 million internet users in a country like India.
He further spoke about the importance of speed and innovation, and finally, he told the Christites what we need most.
Sometimes it's okay to say no to your parents and say, hey, this is what I really believe in and this is what I'll be doing. So don't always listen to your parents, listen to them almost 90% of the time. But just go with your real gut feel and say, this is what I'm really good at and this is what I want to pursue.
We have with us the keynote speaker of Prayas 2013, the country head of Google India, Mr. Sunil Rao. Sir, I would like to ask you, what do you think is the potential of the current generation in contributing to internet economy?
We are working very closely with the student community, and we just rolled out one of the largest Google Student Ambassador program in the country, where we've gone to 265 colleges and recruited the best talent. And we feel that these are the students who will be able to make each and every person in India digitally literate by the year 2020. So that's the vision that we are all looking at, and we feel the students will do a phenomenal job in that aspect.
And what is your message to the Christites to develop their full potential?
I've been coming to Christ after 4 to 5 years. I remember addressing a similar kind of a gathering earlier on, and every time I come it's a new set of enthusiasm, and they are being extremely creative. Whenever I think about Christ College, I think them as a creative bunch of people, and the website was fabulous, and everything that they have been doing on campus is really great, and I wish them all the very best.
Thank you, sir. While Prayas was happening all around the campus, the Intra-Departmental Commerce Fest, MITICH 2013, was happening with as much enthusiasm in the auditorium. With events like NoQ, the quiz, and the dance competition, Christites were having a great time. Prayas 2013 had exciting events like marketing,
Rehabilitation purpose. Rehabilitation? Yeah. For whom? For the victims For the victims and the injured. For the victims and the injured that a government can't take care of, you want to take care of rehabilitation.
Why not?
So what's the kind of money you're making from this that you can take care of rehabilitation?
The money we have, look at the last.
Public relations.
What is the first rule of PR when somebody alleges you about something?
Defend my own company.
No. You're supposed to deny the reports. So you are openly saying that your company is involved in these things.
No, but I'm not saying that this money is just kept aside and we are not trying to.
You don't understand. Human resources and best manager. These challenged the participants as it judged their spontaneity, grasp on the subject, and presence of mind.
This is the first time that I'm hearing of this fact, I am pretty sure that something or the other is misrepresented in this situation as well.
After an eventful 2 days of enthusiastic participation from about 20 colleges across India, Prayas 2013 has come to a grand end. With camera person Mohammad Raziullah, this is Kamakshi Kamath reporting for CCTV.
Thank you, Kamakshi. Narayana Hridayalaya, along with the president of Alumni Association Christ University, organized a free health checkup for any of its faculty members and students of Christ University. Samrita joins us for more details. Over to you, Samrita.
Narayana Hridayalaya conducted a 2-day free health checkup and blood donation camp in association with the alumni of Christ University on the 17th and 18th of September. Those who wished to donate blood could, only if they met all the required criteria. The participants later received a certificate from the hospital. Dental, BP, sugar, ECG and echo checkups were also done for anyone who wished to do so. So as an organizer, what do you basically feel about the event?
We as the alumni, and I being its president also, I think we do it so that you can see a healthy future for our faculty, more important for our non-teaching faculty. And today we've opened this first year to the students of Christites, and I was surprised. Number of current young students have number of health problems which the doctors have diagnosed, and it's of course free of cost, sponsored by through the alumni and Narayana Hridayalaya Hospital.
So ma'am, what are the dental problems you feel students are facing nowadays?
See, now actually the problem is the food habits have changed. Okay, before people used to eat a lot of fibrous food. Now we eat a lot of sticky food, a lot of junk food, which basically sticks to the surface of the tooth, and we have a lot of decay problem with all. So basically 90% of people have decay now. So and plus there are a lot of stains and calculus which is deposited between teeth and the gums. So we don't take care, and it progresses, and then the teeth start shaking. Now in your Christ College only, I have seen like maybe 4 to 5 students who have shaky teeth. So in this age, that is really very disappointing.
Okay. So this is Dr. Sunita Abeje from the School of Law. Let's see how she felt about the ECG and how useful she thinks it is.
I think it's really a very good step which has been taken up by the Christ University and the Alumni Association. I think all the teachers need to go through this particular test, and it's really helpful to them.
So this is a response to the initiative by the alumni of Christ University in association with Narayana Hridayalaya for free health checkups and donation of blood. With cameraman Siddharth Danji, this is Samrita reporting for CCTV.
Thank you, Samrita. Swaranjali was organized by the Department of Performing Arts, Christ University. The main auditorium came alive with melodious Carnatic music. Roshni joins us with more information. Over to you, Roshni.
Music expresses that which cannot be put in words and that which cannot remain silent. Swaranjali, a tribute to the magic of music, had students from various departments coming together to showcase their talents. This musical event was an attempt to rekindle the dying interest in Carnatic music. Ms. Chitra Gino, faculty member of the Performing Arts Department, was responsible for the composition of all the music. Swaranjali is a huge platform for all the classical singers. Please tell us a little more about this, ma'am.
Swaranjali was an initiative of Ms. Chitra S from the Department of Performing Arts along with the other faculty members. Basically, like somebody was pointing out, Carnatic music is an integral part of our culture, and Christ University has always believed in promoting this very culture of India amongst all the students, especially considering the fact we have such a diverse crossbreed of students around here. And for the same, we started this program last year. This is its second year in Swaranjali. Last year we did a fusion where we took Indian Carnatic music songs and fused it with Western instruments. This year we have taken one step forward where Chitra ma'am has composed 5 vocal pieces for all of us to sing, and all the compositions were her own compositions. So, and through this we hope we have made the people, made Carnatic music more likable and enjoyable to the people.
Thank you so much, ma'am. This was later followed by an address from Mr. Anil Pinto, the Registrar of Christ University, who expounded on the value of music in academic life. The event was concluded with a rendition of Oi Re from the movie Bombay, performed by all the singers. Swaranjali, a PEP initiative and a delight for all music lovers. With cameraman Siddharth Danji, this is Roshni Vijay for CCTV.
Thank you, Roshni. The Centre for Social Action conducted a talent show for children in its project areas of Bangalore on the 15th of September. Vijaya joins us in giving us more information. Over to you, Vijaya.
On the 15th of September 2013, the Centre for Social Action organized a talent day for the children from some of the project areas in Bangalore. This particular event was attended by 224 children from LR Nagar, Rajendra Nagar and Ambedkar Nagar. The talent day started off with various events such as drawing, rangoli, collage and an open quiz. After this, the volunteers of CSA had organized stalls for the children to visit. The stalls were a new addition to the event and focused on teaching the children something useful. After lunch, the most awaited event arrived, the talent show. Each child was free to exhibit his or her talents in any way they wanted. At the end of the talent day, the children of LR Nagar emerged victorious. The Centre for Social Action really is doing something to be proud of. This is Vijaya Ravi with camera person Siddharth Danji reporting for CCTV.
Thank you, Vijaya. Alta Vista was organized by the Department of Tourism with an objective of fostering team spirit among students. Roshni joins us for more information. Over to you, Roshni.
Alta Vista 2013, presented by the Department of Tourism Studies, was integrated with the objective of identifying, recognizing and rewarding exceptional skills and knowledge. Alta Vista is a platform for bringing together the tourism industry and students, fostering team spirit and learning through innovative thinking. This event had an amalgamation of events not only related to the department but also otherwise. Luminous was a photography competition, Nritya, a dance competition, and Ecstasis, the best manager. The ultimate honors for the fest went to Jyoti Nivas College.
Thank you, Roshni. That's all for today, Christites. See you next week.